Ever since I was 7 years old, I always hated saying goodbye. The thing is, when I was 7 years old, on Sunday evenings, my dad would travel for work. And I still remember it. My dad would put on his tie and he'd grab his briefcase and he'd start walking out of his room. And as he would, I would go next to the door and I'd put my hands next to the doors and I would say, "Stop right there, mister." But I was only 7 years old, so my dad could pick me up and move me. And as he'd get closer to the door, I would find his keys to the car and I would grab them and put them into my pocket. But of course, my dad had a spare. And so when my dad would give me a hug and when he would leave out of the door and walk towards his car, I would start to feel a little pit in my stomach because I love my dad. And I never wanted to see him leave for work. And I never wanted to see him go. And so when the car would leave, all I could think about was my dad. Now, during school, all I would do is I would think about my dad. I remember in art class when our teacher would say, "Hey, today we're going to make drawings." I would draw a picture of me and my dad. When I would get home from school, I would go and I would pick up the phone and I would call my dad in the same way that my dad would talk to me, or the same way that my mom would talk to me. I would talk to my dad. So I'd be like, "Assalamu alaikum, daddy." And he'd be like, "Alaikum salam, Amin." I'd be like, "Dad, are you eating today?" And he's like, "Yeah, Amin, I'm eating today." I'm like, "Dad, did you do your homework today?" And he's like, "Yeah, Amin, I did my homework today." I said, "Dad, are you wearing clean underwear?" He said, "Yeah, I'm wearing." I would talk to my dad the same way that my mom talked to me. And you guys, it was serious. I remember some days at night, I would wake up. I would grab my blanket and I would grab my pillow and I would take it to my front door and I would lay down next to the door. And when my mom would come and she'd say, "Amin, what are you doing?" I would say, "But Mom, what if Dad comes home? There won't be anyone here to open the door." But on Thursdays, I would get excited because on Thursdays, my dad would come home. I remember on Thursdays, I would take a really nice shower. I would wear my best clothes. I'd even spray on some of my dad's cologne. And I would sit next to the door and I would look through the window and I would wait. And I would wait and I would wait until I see my dad's car pulling up and I'd get excited. Because when my dad would come, he would come not just with a hug, but also with gifts. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the reason why I'm telling you this story is because I have the same feeling today. I have the same feeling of excitement today because we have a visitor that has arrived. It is the month of Ramadan. And that visitor is coming with gifts. And so over the month of Ramadan, I am super excited to bring to you a program in partnership with Helping Hands Relief and Development called Around the World Storytime, in which we are going to be bringing some of the world's most talented Muslim authors and sharing their stories with you. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you do not know who I am, my name is Amin Asr, and I am the author of Noor Kids. And today we have a very special guest for our very first episode to welcome the month of Ramadan. Her name is Sister Fatemeh Mashouf. Sister Fatima, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Salam, how are you?
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. I am doing good, and I'm doing extra good. You want to know why I'm doing extra good?
Why are you doing extra good?
Well, because we've got the month of Ramadan this year. It's arrived. It has arrived. So, Sister Fatima, tell us a little bit about you. So, where do you live?
I am in the very sunny, beautiful city of Los Angeles in California, right by the water.
Oh
And
my
we are
goodness.
enjoying a very, very beautiful sunny day today. I wish I could take you out for a stroll. I know you're all the way out in Minnesota.
Yes, we are all the way out in Minnesota, and I get very angry when people talk about beautiful weather and warm temperatures. So I'll just pretend that you didn't say that, because in Minnesota, there's a lot that we love, like the Minnesota Vikings and things like that. But the weather, it's not so good. Anyways, so Sister Fatima, tell us about Rafiq and Friends.
Well, I'm going to introduce you all to my friend, Rafiq. He has a very, very special story to tell all of his friends. And he does that in a book that he has called The Ramadan Date Palm. Rafiq is a date palm. So you see the fun green hair, that's his date leaves. And every Ramadan, he loves to share his story with everybody because, you know, he's a date palm. He gives dates during Ramadan. And so this is his time to shine. And so that is Rafiq and Friends. What we do is we have a very, very special date plate. So whoever has the Rafiq and Friends set will serve their families a date to break their fast every single day. And if you don't have it, use any plate. Find yourself a plate. That's your plate. And guess what? Every day, when it's time to break a fast, it'll be your job. Make that a big part of your day. And then you could be part of the Ramadan experience. Just serve the dates, because that's such an important task that Rafiq wants all the kids to learn how to do.
No, Sister Fatima, I have to ask you, just because I want to ask you, and I'm just kind of curious. So, does Rafiq have its own voice? And if so, do you do his voice?
You know what? That is a wonderful question. I am not a very, very good voice person, but he has a beautiful voice. And that voice sounds like different in every kid's imagination. So whatever you think Rafiq sounds like, what do you think Rafiq should sound like?
Well, I was gonna, because here's the thing, like, you're the author, so maybe I was just kind of hoping to see you do a little puppet just for fun, to put you on the spot. No, I'm kidding. You don't need to do it, Fatima. You don't need to do it, but if you do it, it'll be funny.
Salam alaikum. I talk like this.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. All right, so Sister Fatima, please, without any further ado, I would love for you to read to us from the Ramadan Date Palm. And as you are grabbing your book, I want to just remind everybody, this program, Around the World Story Time, it's brought to us by Helping Hand Relief and Development, HHRD. And as you are getting ready for the month of Ramadan, thinking about charity and zakah, please keep Helping Hand in mind. All right, Sister Fatima, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Rafiq and Friends.
So this is the book, and we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Good friends, did you hear? Ramadan is finally near. Can you really, truly believe it? We're getting there bit by bit. If you haven't met me yet, I'm a friend you'll never forget. My name is Rafiq, and I'm a date palm. Nice to meet you. Hi, hello, and salam.
He's got a lot of personality. I wonder where he gets that from, Fatima.
I have no idea.
Oh, wait, by the way, is that a cat hijab that you're wearing?
There's a couple cats on it. I think about 230.
Allahu Akbar, in different colors. So, yeah, I have no idea where Rafiq gets all of his personality from. All right, please, bismillah.
The next maybe Rafiq should have some cats.
Maybe. Let's see.
Let me share my story with you, and by the end, you'll be my friend too. I'll come visit you once a year to let you know when Ramadan is near. Then we'll read this story together, and our friendship will grow better and better. After you read this book today, put me somewhere safe to stay until Ramadan's first day. Then every morning when you wake, I'll leave a card for you to take. Read my notes every day. You'll find all kinds of lovely games to play, lessons, questions, and fun jokes to say. We will learn so much together, I pray. And did you see my special plate? Every day you'll get some dates. And when it's time to break the fast, giving out the dates will be your task. First for mommy and next to daddy. Oh, but wait, don't forget granny. Share the dates with the family, mashallah. One by one, you can say to them, taqabbalallah. My palm grows lots of dates to share. It's a blessing, gift, and prayer. for you to give to everyone who's fasting and keep one for yourself after passing. And here he says, Taqabbalallah.
And what does that mean, by the way?
And you know what? We have a whole page right here. For any of the words you don't know, we can explain it to you. Taqabbalallah is an Arabic phrase used for prayer, after prayer, fasting, or other worship, which means may your good deeds be accepted.
Nice.
So let's get started. Faster, faster. Eid al-Fitr is around the corner. Let me introduce you to my friend. She's fluffy and cuddly and has love to send. She says ba ba until no end. Can you guess who is my friend?
Who is it? Who is it?
Salam, my name is Naja the sheep. I heard you're excited that Ramadan is near. Your excitement woke me from my sleep. Tell me, what is Ramadan so I can share your glee? Well, you know about Christmas. That's a Christian celebration. And the 8 days of Hanukkah is a time for Jewish elation. For us Muslims, we have the month of Ramadan. And guess what? Ramadan is 30 days of fun, fun, fun. Wow. So we get 30 days to celebrate. That sounds so great. Tell me more. I can't wait to hear about all the fun things we get to do this year.
Allahu Akbar. So Fatima, I'm going to just hit the pause button for one moment. Go back. Now, 30 days of fun. So we here are on day number 1 or day number 2, really early. What fun things do you have planned?
Oh, well, you know, through all these activity cards that we have so many different things you can do, and we even have more of them online. So if at any time you want to go print out some activities that are printable, feel free. RafiqandFriends.com. There's banners that say Happy Ramadan. There's coloring pages. There's so much to do. For me, I'm so excited because I have a 3-year-old, and this is the first year that he's going to really understand all these activities. And what we're going to start first with is going to try to sight the Ramadan moon from our backyard, inshallah.
Nice. Okay, very good. All right, so let's go back. P.S. I was just trying to buy a little bit of time because the thing is that with the video, sometimes the quality is really good and sometimes the quality is okay, and the quality was okay, but now we can see it really, really good. So can you show us the illustration one more time on the previous page? Oh, nice. So, okay, very good. So please continue. Thank you, Fatima.
Sure. Every day, the big kids and grown-ups fast. That means they don't eat or drink during the day. But when it's time for Maghrib prayer, at last, we break our fast. So then together we feast, eat with our families, and our blessings increase. And do you know the Prophet of Islam? His name was Muhammad. On him and his family, we send our salam. And during the month of Ramadan, Allah taught him the full Quran. So he shared it with the people of the land. And one by one, just as God planned, the Ummah kept growing with more Muslims everywhere because the Quran taught them about patience and prayer. And so every Ramadan, we remember this miracle. We read the Quran because we read the Quran to become more spiritual. Don't forget playing with our friends, hide and seek, tag, pretend. When it's the end of Ramadan season, after 30 days of fasting and feasting, the big day will finally hit. That's right, it will be Eid al-Fitr. When it's finally Eid al-Fitr, no one will be fasting, just eating cake and banana splits. And the blessings will be everlasting. Look in the air. Who can it be? Asal, our favorite honeybee, back from a trip all around the earth, from east to west and south and north. Salam, Rafiq and Naja. I'm back from my exciting travels. I saw all kinds of creatures, even camels. The best part was seeing all the Muslims, each one with their own special customs. They each broke their fast with things that were yummy. Every evening, Muslims everywhere were filling their tummies. The kids had lots of manto in Afghanistan, samosas and naan in India and Pakistan. In the UK, they had so much fish and chips. Chinese kids were slurping noodles through their lips. In Turkey, they ate turkey. Just kidding. They ate a white, delicious pudding. Lots of shrimp and hot chilies in Malaysia. Spicy grilled meats for kids in Indonesia. French kids ate all kinds of crepes, and Americans just love their steaks. Kids ate rice and kebab in Syria, Iraq, and even Iran. Some of them loved it with naan. And they love falafel in Palestine, Egypt, and Lebanon.
I love all foods.
Getting hungry.
Yeah.
But guess what they all had in common? Whether they feasted on curry, hummus, or ramen, before the nightly feast had begun, they all prayed Maghrib with their dad and mom. They're all doing their namaz. Although they have so many different customs, when it's Maghrib time, we are all still Muslims. We all learned from the Prophet about fasting and prayer and say hello the same way. Salam, everywhere. Thanks for reading and learning with me, with Naja the sheep and Asal the bee. Don't forget your task of giving out dates and enjoy the cards. The blessings await.
Allah. Oh my gosh, Sister Fatima, mashallah. That was such a beautiful story. You did such a good job. I mean, there's so much to love about that story. I love the fact that it rhymes. It's not easy to make good stories that rhyme. I love the fact that it talked about so many of the amazing parts of the month of Ramadan that we're all getting ready for. The fact that, yeah, we might all be different in different ways, but we all say salam, we all pray Maghrib, we all do these things together. And you also talked about all of the different cultures from our Muslim community. And even though we can't go to the masjid this year, we're still able to, inshallah, benefit from this during this month of Ramadan. So I need to ask you, Sister Fatima, what inspired you to write this book?
You know, for me, I grew up in California since I was 3 years old. And it was really, really challenging for me growing up. Not being able to really know, am I really American? Am I Persian? Am I Muslim? What does that mean? All tangled up together. It's very confusing for me. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to let children know that there are ways in which we are all so similar and we are also different. And that is an amazing, beautiful thing. And I wanted Rafiq and all the kids' homes to be able to let them know that it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to be similar and to be different in all the ways that we are.
Alhamdulillah. So now, Sister Fatima, tell us a little bit about, if I wanted to get Rafiq and Friends, where would I find it, number one, and what all does it come with?
Yeah, absolutely. So we sell exclusively on our own website, www.rafiqandfriends.com.
And is that Rafiq with a K or Rafiq with a Q?
Rafiq with a Q,
Okay.
Rafiq.
Okay.
And what it comes with is one doll, 35 activity cards. So the activity cards start from the night before Ramadan. And then there's a couple bonus activity cards for Eid. And then it comes with the date plate and the book itself. Now, if there's a family with 2 kids, there's also a sibling set where you could get 2 plates and 2 dolls for that family.
Alhamdulillah, that's awesome. And inshallah, I really hope that people who watch this are able to benefit from it. And that story was a really special story. And also, so from what I understand, Sister Fatima, you've got a couple of activities for us to do today together.
I do. So I've got plenty of activities online for anybody who wants them. But I did pick out a couple of our activities right now so we can do them real quick and real simple here together.
All right, so I've got a piece of paper because you told me to bring a piece of paper. And I've also got a trusty pen, so I'm going to grab them. All right, what do we got to do?
All right, so we're going to pick this card out of the pile.
Okay.
And it says, every Ramadan, Rafiq makes a list of 3 things he is grateful for. This year, he's grateful for lots and lots of dates to share, getting to spend time with you, and having friends everywhere. So now your project is to write 3 things down that you can think of that you're grateful for this Ramadan. You ready, Amin?
I'm ready. I already started. Actually, Sister Fatima, I have a competition. I challenge you. Do you accept?
I accept.
You don't even know what I'm challenging you to do.
I know.
All right, so here's what's going to happen,
Sure.
all right? Here's what's going to happen. Do you have a piece of paper and a pen?
You know what? I got better. I've got a desk that's a whiteboard. Let's go.
Allahu Akbar. All right, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock. All right, 30 seconds. And the name of the game is As Many Blessings as You Can Think of in 30 seconds. Starting right now.
All right. You're writing faster than I am. That's not fair.
What can I say? I've got dexterity. I've got a lot of dexterity. All right, so my timer did not go off, but it's 30 seconds. 30 seconds! Beep, beep, beep.
No.
Hey, Fatima, you gotta stop! Hey! All right, so now we count. Fatima, how many did you get?
It's not fair. You made... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The problem is I like full sentences. So I got 8 full sentences.
You got 8 full... You didn't need to do 8 full sentences. You could have just wrote it down. I got 11, but each of mine were one word. So okay.
I didn't have punctuation and grammar. That's my problem,
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. All right, so here's the thing. I want to actually go... I mean, if you feel comfortable... whichever ones you feel like sharing, I would like to share this because, the month of Ramadan is starting, and what a great time for us to even just count our blessings, right? And what a great activity that you've shared with us today. So I feel like this is a really great thing. Should I get started?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, I'll go first. All right, so the first thing that I'm thankful for, and of course this is in ranked order. No, I'm kidding. It's not in ranked order, but it was the ones I kept. So first thing I'm thankful for is my wife, Sana. I really, really am blessed to have such a great spouse. I'll tell you, this month of Ramadan and even leading up to it has been really, really, I mean, even like recording this, it's not easy, and we're doing a lot of these programs, and so I'm just so blessed to have her in my life, who loves me and supports me. And then also number 2, my baby Gauthar, my daughter, who is, man, like she is, the light of my eyes, and I'm so blessed that we have a child. Then number 3 is actually my dad. So again, maybe family could have all been one, but my dad's like my support, and he's been there for me my whole life. And anytime I'm sad or scared or anxious, I'm able to go to my dad and feel happy. I'm blessed for Noor Kids because through Noor Kids, alhamdulillah, this Ramadan, we have the ability to touch the lives of so many people. And I'm thankful that Allah has given us this honor and this opportunity. I'm thankful for the internet because even though the masjids are closed, at least we have the internet so that way we can chat with each other. I'm thankful for the computer because it's because of this computer that, I'm able to chat with you and we're able to listen to this wonderful story. I am thankful for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and having Allah in my life because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has enriched me, and it's related to my 8th one, which is dua or prayer. Anytime I'm ever feeling sad or anytime I'm ever feeling scared, I feel like I have this tool that's going to help me. I am thankful for hospitals because even if people do get sick during this coronavirus, at least we have hospitals and doctors that people can go to. And number 10 and 11, I'm thankful for my ears and eyes. And I especially thought about my ears and eyes. Why? Because I was able to watch while you told that story and also hear while you told that story. And it was a very beautiful story.
Oh, I love that. That's a wonderful list.
So those were 11.
But definitely split up family, and I will collapse those into one category.
It's tough,
family has a longer list.
There's just so much love, that I have for my family. I could have gone into my aunt, my uncle, my third aunt, I didn't do all that, So, all right, Sister Fatima, your turn.
All right. So I started, especially with everything's going on right now, I started with being grateful for my health and for the health of everybody around me. It just reminds me of so many, 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 many stories of prophets that we know of that have suffered in their lives and have had their own difficulties. And when we have just one day where we are healthy, we should be grateful for it. I wrote down happiness that I have to be able to share with everybody else. We that our joy is contagious, and in these times, keeping connected with each other to share happiness is just so important. Alhamdulillah. I wrote down the online community because right now we might not be able to see each other, and there's other ways around that. I mean, you just said it yourself, but just having this connection is so meaningful. And so, alhamdulillah, I'm grateful for the online community that we have and that we're building together, and we can start expanding our communities because of that. This might be a blessing that, we're all at home, but we're learning how to expand our communities in ways we didn't do before. We only limited ourselves to the people at our masjids before. I kept family as one. I'm very, very grateful for my family who has, kept me so positive in this Ramadan. I get to share with my 3-year-old and my 1-year-old, and we get to have all the memories that start growing, that they get to grow up with. And we can start creating our own traditions, whatever that means for everybody. But within our own family, we can have that. And so I'm really grateful for that. I wrote down that I am grateful for Allah's blessing being in all of the different reminders around us. Everything simple from around us. We can just take the time right now when we don't have so much other things going on outside of our lives to just look around us and just be grateful for all the little things we have as a reminder of Allah's blessing for us. Just like friendships and the phone calls that we get and the online resources we have. Those are all His blessings. I wrote down that I'm grateful to be sharing this Ramadan with my neighbors by just putting up the decorations. I've made some decorations and I put a wreath out. And so I'm so grateful to be able to share my Ramadan with my neighbors who might have not known about Ramadan or might not have prepared for it the way we're all looking forward to it. And then the last one I wrote down that I'm grateful for all the food we have because, alhamdulillah, when we break our fast, so many of us get to do it and we get to have our date and whatever we're craving all day. And when we are grateful for breaking our fast with our food, I think it's really important that we continue to be grateful for every little bite because that's something that we get or that is a blessing from Allah.
Alhamdulillah, that was amazing and that was really special. And I'm so happy that we started with this. Now, Sister Fatima, before we end, I want to challenge you to one more thing. Do you accept the challenge?
I do accept the challenge.
You don't even know what the challenge is. All right.
This is the community that I trust you.
Okay, so here's what it is, all right? This is called the Muslim Dad Joke Challenge because I am a dad and I like to tell jokes, all right? Now, your goal is to not laugh, all right? The challenge for you...
I'm very serious.
Yeah, gosh, you're doing such a good job. Wow. I don't know if I'm going to win. I just don't know if this is going to be a doable thing. I should have checked.
How do you define laugh?
You know what? We've got judges here. All right, judges. Mm-hmm. So the judges are here and they will decide, what constitutes as a laugh or not. All right? So I'm going to be telling you the jokes and it's up to you on what happens. So are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. Why do Muslims have a good sense of humor?
Why?
Because they eat halal. You get it? Mm-hmm. You get halal?
Uh-huh.
Halal.
I'm not laughing.
Yeah. But I just don't think you got the joke. That's the thing. So Fatima halal. See?
Mm-hmm.
See? Uh-huh. So, all right. Okay. All right. Why doesn't Ramadan go by slowly?
Why?
Because everyone is fasting.
Mm-hmm.
Get it?
You know what?
Is that
15. You ready for this?
What is it?
What kind of tree can fit in your hand?
I don't know. A breakfast treat? I don't know.
A tree. What kind of tree?
A Rafiq tree?
A palm tree. Palm.
What do you mean palm? Oh, like the palm of your hand. Oh, got it. Yeah, I didn't laugh. You didn't get me. It was a good try, though.
Listen, you weren't paying attention. It was very funny. It was very funny.
I know it was very funny. It was just, okay. All right, so why do I think you'll get this one? So there's a people called Desi people, right? Desi people means like Indian, Pakistani people, but a lot of people eat this type of food. But why do Desi people get tired during iftar? Because they eat biryani.
That wasn't funny.
She laughed. You laughed. I saw you laugh. Hold on. Let's go to the judges. Judges. Okay, yeah, but you saw her, right? You did, right? Okay, the judges agree. I'm kidding. There's actually no judges. I was just talking to myself. But you did laugh. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the reigning champion of the Muslim dad joke competition, Amin Asr. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to, on behalf of Noor Kids and on behalf of Helping Hands Relief and Development, I want to express my gratitude to Sister Fatemeh Mashouf. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun. Inshallah, you have an amazing Ramadan, and everybody out there watching has an incredible Ramadan. Please pray for us, and we'll pray for you.
Inshallah. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to thank you for joining us today for our Stories from Around the World session. We will be seeing you at the same time, same place on Monday, inshallah, as we meet some of the world's greatest Muslim authors and hear their stories and have some fun along the way. So inshallah, we will see you again. My name is Amin Asr. I am the author of Noor Kids, and inshallah, we will see you later. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.